Hey guys, thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. So I have been talking to a bunch of people lately. It's my dog barking. I think it's a perfect way to start out a meditation video. So I've been talking to a lot of people lately who are really stressed out. Hi guys, thumbs up. Oh, it's always nice to know somebody's out there. So I've been talking to a lot of people that have been really stressed out lately about the state of the world, about their own worlds, about holidays, family, all of that sort of stuff that's going on. And we always talk about this as being this beautiful, amazing, peaceful time, and it can be. It can be wonderful and joyous and great. But also for a lot of people, it's difficult. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the world, and family things can be difficult. It can be a really lonely time for a lot of people. And so I just kind of wanted us to have a chance to get together, and I wanted to talk a little bit about meditation because it is by far the #1 tool that I use to deal with my anxiety, my occasional depression. It's super helpful, and I think that it's really misunderstood. Pop culture has done a whole lot of bad things, I think, for meditation, in that it seems like hippie woo-woo shit, or that it's just kind of something that's you're supposed to sit there and have no thoughts and just kind of be this brain dead, peaceful being. And that's not at all what meditation is. We have thoughts. That's what it is to have a human brain. If you don't have thoughts, you're probably dead. So it's kind of a problem. This is the thing that I say in my book, that the brain thinks and the heart beats. And if either one of those things stop, it's a big problem. So it's okay that you have thoughts. We're just learning in meditation to create a little bit of space, to not follow the thought down the rabbit hole, and to come back on what we're focusing on, which a lot of times is the breath, because it's always there. So if you have questions, you can put them. I can see your lovely hellos from Memphis. It's so cool. So if you have questions that you want to put in the comments, I will do my best to figure out how to talk and read and answer questions at the same time. But I want to tell you just a little bit about my personal meditation practice, which is that I meditate every day. For me, it has become like brushing my teeth. It is something that I do every day because it helps my health. It's not that it is always the most thrilling activity, but it is something that I feel makes the rest of my day, the rest of my life better. So that is something that I do every morning for 20 minutes. It's not necessarily about the length of time that you meditate. If you can do 2 minutes a day, awesome. It's more important to get into the routine. So I have been meditating for about 8 or 9 years, and I've found it to be super, super helpful for my anxiety. And how it helps is that, somebody just asked me about the Silva method. I actually don't know what that is. I'd be interested to know what that is. I haven't heard about that. How can I feel normal around people I feel awkward around? Feel awkward. Normal is kind of overrated, I think. And so I think that it is most important to be authentic, to be yourself. If you're feeling awkward, go with it. Just be awkward. There's nothing worse than feeling like it's not okay to be yourself. I am frequently awkward, and I have just decided to be okay with it. It's just who I am. It's the whole embrace your weird thing. So I would love for us to do a little meditation together. And there are a lot of ways to meditate. There are, you can hear my dog running around? Okay, good. This goes along with the whole authentic thing, because she has been sleeping for like the last 3 hours. And now, of course, now that I decide to do a live video that's supposed to be about peacefulness, she has decided to like beat the shit out of her stuffed frog. Which totally makes sense. But we're going with the authenticity, right? This is just what life is. There are distractions. There are things that you can't control. And that's why I love meditation, is that it's not about controlling everything and making your entire life perfect. It's about finding the inner peace, even in the middle of your dog running around with a stuffed frog. So there are a lot of different ways to meditate. We're going to do a little guided meditation today that I'm just going to walk you through some breathing. It's really just concentration training. We're working on focusing on the present moment. We use the breath to do that so that we're not constantly spinning out about things that happened in the past, obsessing about that stupid thing that you said 3 weeks ago. And we're not spinning out about the future, thinking about the worst case scenario and how that would look, and then living out every detail of that worst case scenario. So that's why we practice coming back to the present moment. That's why we meditate. It doesn't matter how you do in the 3 minutes that you're meditating. It helps to practice that when you sit, so that the rest of your life, when that thing happens that stresses you out, when you get the really snarky email and you want to just lash out, you want to go to that knee-jerk reaction, you can take a breath. You can put it into perspective. You can kind of have that little bit of space, and then you can decide to respond in a way that is more authentic to yourself than just go into that knee-jerk reaction. Yes, Adam's saying the key is to finding peace in all the chaos. Absolutely. We have some meditators here. Joseph says that he meditates. I love that. Yeah, how much of a difference does meditation make for me? So I can always tell when I have been meditating regularly and when I haven't. I can tell in my anxiety levels in the rest of my life. There is a direct connection for me. And that's been really amazing to see, because I read a lot about meditation, and there's a whole lot of science behind it too. There's a lot of interesting stuff about that. But, you know, it's kind of like you never really believe it until you see it in your own life. And I have definitely seen it in my life, in my anxiety levels, in my relationships with people, and in the way that I respond to the chaos, to the stress. Talking about primal screaming, the unexpected issues. Yeah, the things that we can't control, that's life, right? That's what it is to be a human being, is to have these things happen that we cannot control. And it's really hard, but this is the thing that helps make it a little bit easier for myself, because that inner peace, it's there. We're just mostly on screen so much that it's hard for us to access it. So first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for, posting your questions, and it makes me so happy to see the little hearts go by and all that sort of stuff. So thank you for being here. Let's just sit for a couple of minutes. If you are new to meditation, if you have never done this before, don't worry. Here's the great thing about meditating. You can't fail. You can't. It's impossible to fail at it. The fact that you show up, the fact that you're trying, like, big meditation winner there. Yay. Pick up your ribbon at the door. Here's how we start. Get comfortable, whatever that means to you. I always like to have my feet tucked up under me. That's just how I like to sit, but feet on the floor is great too. However you want to be seated, if you want to lie down on the floor, on your couch, on your coffee table, like I don't care. Just get comfortable. And then if you're seated, just make sure that you're sitting up tall. You don't want to be like slunched over, but don't be like too official either. Like you don't want to feel tense in your sitting up. Just sit tall. You can maybe tuck your chin a little bit. We're just going to breathe. It's nothing exotic. It's nothing weird. You can close your eyes, or if that feels a little vulnerable, a little strange to you, you can just lower your gaze a little bit. And just breathe in and out through your nose. And if you'd like, you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just see if you can feel the breath moving in your body. Maybe you can feel your chest rising and falling underneath your hand. Maybe you can feel your belly extending on the inhale, and your belly button going in towards your spine on the exhale. And just see if you can feel your heart beating. If you have a dog jumping on you, that's okay too. It's Olive. And whenever you'd like to let your hands drop from your body, you can do that. And just see where you feel the breath. It might be in the nostrils, might be the chest or the belly, but what does it feel like to be breathing? Noticing the temperature of the air. And your mind is going to wander. That's okay. It's what minds do. So your job in this moment, when you notice your mind wandering to something else, is to simply not get pissed off. Don't get mad. Don't beat yourself up. Just come back to the breath. And then when you notice your mind wandering again, come back to the breath. 1,000,001 times if you need to. But the challenge, what makes meditation hard, is the not judging and the not getting mad. It's the not giving up. We take about 20,000 breaths every single day. So let's try to notice like 5 of them. When you breathe in, you can think of the word here. Breathe out the word now. Breathe in here. Breathe out now. And even though there might be distractions, bring it back to the breath. See if there's anywhere in your body that is tense. Your legs, your belly, and let it relax. And take one more deep breath in through the nose. Hold it there for a moment. Open your breath side out. You can let your eyes open. That is it. That was meditation. You did it. So that was just a few minutes. It really depends. There's no real answer as to how long you should meditate. Start with 5 minutes. That is amazing. If you can do 5 minutes every day, I think you're going to see a real difference in your life. I certainly did. So thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your Sunday to show up, to do something good for yourself, to breathe. I adore you guys. I'm going to go take care of my dog. Thank you for being here. Have a great Sunday. I'll talk to you later.